Hello, it's Takashi with Cactus Warehouse, and I want to show you guys how this can turn into this. Hello again, name is Takashi, and I run this company called Cactus Warehouse. If you're new to the channel, I like to talk about cactus and succulents and plants and what it's like running this 5-acre cactus farm and running a business. So if that's something that you like, be sure to like and subscribe because it helps this channel grow, which helps these plants grow and me. So yeah, in this video, we're gonna talk about 4 things today. We're talking about what this cactus is and where it's from and a bunch of cool things. We're gonna talk about why it crests. We're gonna talk about the care and how to maintain it. And we're also gonna talk propagation. So stick around until the end of the video. And also I got a cool bonus tip. So you wanna watch until the end. So today I wanna talk about this blue candle cactus, the Myrtillocactus Geometrizans. Myrtillo, it makes me want to have an accent a little bit. The Myrtillocactus. I just call it the blue candle cactus because it's easier to pronounce. So this cactus comes originally from central and northern Mexico. Its stems are this chalky, bluish, whitish kind of like thing, which is why it's called the blue candle cactus. And if you look at it from like the top, like I am right here, it kind of looks like a star. There's usually like 5 or 6 ribs. And I believe that's why it's called Geometrizan, because it's like geometric. And right now I have these in about a 6-inch pot. They can actually grow to about 15 to 16 feet. So yeah, they can get pretty big for a plant. And it branches out like a bunch of crazy arms. And you can also do a bunch of cuttings from them too if you don't want to, have a bunch of crazy branches and things like that. It's good for cuttings. So yeah, those are just a few quick fun facts about the cactus itself. And now I want to talk about what makes it actually crest and mutate into this beautiful, crazy, artsy looking thing, alien-like, coral under the sea. I don't know, it's got me thinking of so many things, but yeah, let's talk about why it crests. Nobody actually knows. And that's the end of the show. No, just kidding. When a cactus like this, and this can happen for actually all plants, not just cactus and not just this one, so this is not special. It's literally like a random genetic mutation, right? And normally when a cactus grows, imagine like, what's the best way to describe this? Imagine like a pencil, like a mechanical pencil they used to like press and like the little lead like shoots out. Like normally that's kind of how, imagine that's how kind of like a cactus would grow. So it's, like a columnar shape like this. When something is crested, it's growing through like a line that's being pushed. So that's why it's just growing in this unique shape, and no one really knows why or how this happens. I mean, I've read some things where it's like maybe the plant got bumped, bruised, or damaged, or maybe, there was some kind of an infection and it grew this way. I think generally when talking about any kind of mutation, it's a species kind of like survival mechanism. That's kind of what I'm thinking it is, but honestly, regardless of why or how it happens, I just think that we should appreciate it in its beauty, because just look at it. It's amazing. Every cactus that crests is it's truly a one-of-a-kind piece. Like no two look alike. They all are unique, all have like this one, it kind of looks like the original shape, like it's closer to this one, right? And if you come look at the back of it, you can kind of see like some parts, it almost looks like it's trying to maybe morph back into its original form, but yeah, it's just super cool. Also, you may notice if you come and take a super close look at some of the top of these fan-like things, you'll see a different color. Honestly, I forget the scientific word for this different color, but what I do know is that it's a way for the plant to protect it from the sun. These have been outside for a long time, and this color protects it from the sun. And some people don't like that, you know. Personally, I think it's a really cool color. Okay, so let's talk about care. I was giving myself like a hug, like self-care. But anyways, let's talk about some cactus care. These, honestly, like all cactus, are pretty simple. They need a lot of sun and not a lot of water, but let me dive into it a little bit deeper. As I talk about care, I want you to know that whether you have a crested one like this or a regular one, it's still beautiful. I don't even want to call it regular, but the original, let's call it the original. Whether you have the original or the crested, the care is the exact same. So I want to make that clear. These blue candles, they love full sun. So lots of sun. If you are in a place that gets cold and you need to bring it inside, make sure you try your best to get it in front of a south-facing window. I face this way, just assuming that it's south. I actually don't know. No, just kidding. That is south over there. Something to know about these is that both of these can actually, you know, sunburn. I actually have a video where I talk about a sunburn, and it's actually this one that got sunburnt right here. So be careful where you get these. If you're getting it from a greenhouse and it's been in shade all the time, when you're introducing it to the sun, you don't want to expose it right away. You gradually want to introduce it to the bright light. So what that looks like is maybe in the morning, you know, you'll put it out there for a couple of hours, and before it gets really hot, you'll bring it back into a shaded area, and you'll kind of do that for the first few weeks until it's fully acclimated. These, the ones that I have right now, these have been outside for a while, and because of that, you'll notice this coloring right here. I forget like the scientific name, but what is happening is that it's actually just protecting itself from getting burnt. So it's not a bad thing at all. And honestly, I kind of like the way that the color looks, but they can handle full sun and they want full sun. But if it's in shade for a long time, just remember that putting it in the hot sun all day right away, you'll have a risk of sunburn, so you want to make sure to follow that process. When it comes to watering, a majority, like 99% of these plants, I use the soak and dry method. If you've been here before, you probably know what that is. If you are new here, what does that mean? It means when you water, you want to soak it. All the soil, you want to be wet, deep watering. And then you don't water until the soil is dry. The best way that I check, I actually don't use any of those moisture meters or anything like that. I think you can, but honestly, when the plants are like in something like this, I don't think you're gonna need it. Like literally just stick your hand in the soil and feel around. And if it's bone dry and really dry, like you can feel it, then it's time for a watering. And if it's not, you can hold off. So the soak and dry method essentially means don't water on a schedule. Like you don't need to be watering once a week or once every 3 weeks. Just like, you know, check out the soil and make sure that it needs it. And in the winter time, you probably gonna wanna cut back on your watering and save that money. For real though, in the wintertime, you probably don't need to water at all. It's the dormant season, sleep, just don't need to water that much in the wintertime. So if you're in a cold area, right, single digits, negative degrees, bring this puppy inside, right? Or I know a lot of people have greenhouses and just sunrooms or some kind of environment where it doesn't get too cold. If you're in a place like California, San Diego, like we are, well, it doesn't get too cold, so you're not gonna have to worry about that. These are hardy. Hardy is just another word for like how much cold can a plant handle. Down to about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's talk about propagation, and specifically I want to talk about propagation on the crested form because that's probably what a lot of people might be interested in. It is read online that it is really difficult to propagate these from seed because, again, the mutation is kind of random and all of those things. So the best way and how actually most of these that you probably see are actually propagated from cuttings. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that a lot of our farm is literally just built off of cuttings, so we love cuttings. If you're new to cuttings or you don't know anything about what a cutting is, all it means, and it's super simple, is you cut a piece of the cactus, You let it get really, really hard, and then you plant it in some dirt, and it's gonna grow roots. So that's actually how a majority of these crested things are propagated, through cuttings. So super simple, super fancy. I might actually try to do it myself so that I can have a lot of them, which actually brings me into the bonus tip for this video. If you're watching this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I need one of those because I'm a cactus addict. I know you are. That's why you're watching cactus videos sitting on the couch like that. You're an addict, and it's okay. I'm here for it. But you're watching this, you're an addict, and you're probably thinking, I want one of these. How do I get them? Well, it's probably a bunch of different ways by searching online, but a super easy way is honestly just by getting it through this YouTube video. I'll tag the product. That way you can shop directly from our store, and I don't have a lot of these available right now. So if it is sold out, be patient, I'm propagating more. But yeah, you can get them directly from our store, Cactus Warehouse, and we'll send you something beautiful like this. All I ask for in return is that you give it a beautiful home, a beautiful pot, some love and some care, but like not the kind of love and care that's kind of like smothering, the kind of love and care that's kind of like, yeah, I don't care what you do, you know, have fun for the weekend, you know, ignore it, that kind of care. So get your cacti. Bye for now. I'll see you next time, and we'll show you some other cool stuff. Peace.